Morjesta, which means hi. Today's review band is a very new one, formed in 2014 in Mikkeli, Finland. This is the debut album of the band. And the band is called The Lifted Whale, which might actually mislead you given the name. To me, this kind of sentence names are more often some kind of post-metal, metalcore names, but make no mistake, this one is very far away from that kind of genres. This is actually black metal meets death metal type of mix, and here it goes. The debut album, The Wicked Shall Inherit the Earth. Now let's take a look of what this album actually holds inside. This album was previously released on digital format, but here we have the CDR release, and as said, it is a self-financed CD. Here's the jewel case inlay and the background with the track list and more art. Inside we have a booklet with the cover, back cover. You see the lineup guys here. So 5-man band. This was already recorded 2015, as you can pretty much find out here. So it's actually not so new stuff. Given the band was formed in 2014, it's already quite well matured material given the age of the band. And as you can see, some of the lyrics are in Finnish, some of them are in English, which is a more typical thing for new bands when they are, trying to figure out which way to go. But like my colleague said in a written review of the very same album, this one is a quite ready band to conquer the world given its age and the amount of releases here. The Lifted Whale, like I said, plays black metal meets death metal, while the focus is a little bit more on the death metal side. The black metal, however, is very much there in place with kind of certain kind of riffs and the kind of dark atmosphere. You know the genre or subgenre called black and death metal? This one is not exactly that. Meanwhile, those bands have really low tune, heavy guitars, and sometimes really slow tempo, as much as going even kind of a doom death kind of phase. This one is actually very fast-paced most of the time, which is actually a little bit of a problem, but I'll get back to that into a bit. But this one is actually, more on this kind of a death metal side, with black metal clearly coming from a different angle than with these so-called blackened death metal bands. Now the songs are pretty much carved from one stone, so there is not much variation in the songs, which is actually one of the downsides of this album. The other thing is, which is a little bit of more problematic, is that when the songs actually go really fast-paced, the production kind of gets kind of stuck in the way of that all these instruments become kind of mushy. Especially drums, which are maybe too much on the front, kind of leave those other instruments, especially guitars, on the background, which is not exactly helping to make this music very easy to pick up those nice little nuances here and there. But that is not a big problem. It's actually something that maybe is a little bit of a distraction or a little bit of disturbance, but not a big thing in overall picture of the album. Now towards the end, and especially on the last track, there's some nice elements there, and if I should have to pick one track from all these tracks on the album, this one it's called Hävityksen näkymä, which is like a side of destruction. That actually has some nice little vibes there, which is very perfect for a end track, because there's some synths which kind of finish the song as sort of an outro. But there are also some nice melodic lead guitars reminding a little bit of Destroyer 666 style, which
then again add more kind of layers in the music. So in my opinion, this is something that this band should exploit more in the future, because it's great thing to have in this kind of rather monotonous death black metal. Overall, given this is a self-financed CD, so kind of a expanded demo, if you will, I think the guys have done pretty nice work. I'm especially looking forward to hear when the band kind of evolves and develops more ideas for their music in the future, especially when the production gets better and the guys learn to, have new little tricks with the music, such as this very last track. This band has a lot of potential to make it worthwhile your listening experience. So, people with an open mind towards death black metal hybrids, I think this is a definite yes to check out. So check out those bands' websites to get a glimpse of what kind of stuff we have going on there in Mikkeli. Thank you for watching, and should you have any comments or stuff you want to mention related to this album, whether you like it or not, please drop your comments on the box below. This is all from me. Thank you for watching, and be back soon for more stuff to come. Thanks.